Look, Ma. Indians are coming. Indians are coming. They're walking. They're running. Indians are coming. They're running a sacred run. They're walking a sacred walk. They're running the sacred way. They're walking the sacred way. They're telling all peoples to join them. Telling all peoples to take care of the land. Telling all peoples to take care of the water. They have a plan. They have a plan. Listen to them. Listen to them. Indians are coming. East direction. Indians are coming. Are they here to hurt us? Are they here to harm us? Why are they mad? Why are they mad? We just need their land. We just need their corn. We just want their riches. We just want their country. Are they sad? Are they sad? This was in honor of the Longest Walk 2, the 30th anniversary of the Longest Walk. I'm going to bring up the subject of Indian relationship to truth. Truth to me is sort of summed up in a statement that started the Theosophical Society in New York and made the statement, there is no religion higher than truth. I've searched for truth for 42 years. It drew me to California. It drew me to Sausalito. I just itched for it, and somehow I got drawn here and felt that I could find it, and guess what? I did. I've found that truth is important to American Indian people. I call them Indians, and as far as I know, it's not an I word in Indian, just like there's an N word. It's not the same thing. If any Native Americans would want to correct me about that, I'd be open to that, but I've spent a lot of time with Indian people, and they call each other Indian, and as far as I know, it's perfectly okay. This is just one person's opinion, so maybe I'm wrong. They're like everybody else, in one sense, and I found them to be quite different from everybody else in another sense. The way they look at things is quite different. I think a lot of it has to do with a philosophy that I find permeates all tribal people in the United States that I've come across with, and it's a general idea that in philosophy, if somebody said, what's the common philosophy? I'd say it's what we do today, we do for the seventh generation. In other words, long-term planning. That's what we need. Positive change like we've never had before. What the Hopis say, as far as I understand it personally, is that if humanity accepts the fatherhood, motherhood of God, and the brotherhood, sisterhood of humankind, then after a period of reorganization, some trials and tribulation, we're in them right now, folks, I guess, that we'll go on into a golden age. If not, if we don't accept then we go down into chaos. And other teachers that I've met have said that the time is we're at 2 minutes to midnight. We have to make our choices and decisions. Are we going to pull off a positive world, or are we going to let it sink? I think that can only come about through right human relations, right values. Right now, I think our values in this United States suck, to excuse the vernacular. And I look to Native Americans and their philosophy about what we do today, we do for the seventh generation, honor the sacred sites, clean up Mother Earth, as a philosophy that anybody, any religion, any race, color, creed can follow and not have to change their belief system, but just add something positive onto it. And look to the Native Americans, Indians, as I have looked to them for an inspiration and a direction. And I really like spending time with them because they've got a flavor and a sense of family.
Neil Whitelaw, what do the tribe that you've been spending all of this time with here in Sonoma, Marin, Sausalito, what is their feeling interpretation about where man is, particularly on that road? I mean, do they have a generally positive attitude that we're going to see the golden age of man, or that we're on the downward spiral into chaos?
I haven't talked to any of them or any of the tribal chairmen about that in recent times, but back in 2002, 7 citizens of Sausalito felt inspired to contact the tribe and say something terrible was done here in Sausalito 150, 200 years ago. It's never been made right, and something should be done about it. So we contacted the tribe. Lenny Pinole said that the elders had changed their minds, and instead of the original direction was to start to get away from the cities and dig in, the direction now is to get close to the cities and be prepared to be in a positive manner about things. Now the Coast Miwok tribe is very involved with things. The tribal chairman is Greg Saris, who was a full professor at UCLA in literature and has also written about a dozen novels and very interesting books which can clue you into a lot of the local history here. He moved up to being a professor of literature at Sonoma State, and he's the one that really got people together and got the tribe back together. They're a very sharing people. They're always a happy people. They were always ready to have a party or a dance at the drop of a hat.
California Valley Miwok Tribe, one of our country's many Native American Indian tribes, is under attack as non-Indian members violate federal law by threatening their sovereign rights as a nation.
The California Valley Miwok tribe is facing a very serious situation. There is a developer out there that wants to build a casino for capital gains. The developer is working with the Central California Agency, Bureau of Indian Affairs, in assisting him to take over the tribe. And if this was to happen, the tribe would lose its heritage, its programs. Ultimately, the tribe would cease to exist.
The Miwok tribe believes there is strength in numbers and needs support from the community as well as leaders of Native Indian tribes across the country to fight against these criminal activities.
Other tribes can come forward to stand in unity by not tolerating what is happening to our tribe. What is happening to our tribe can happen to their tribe, and that can be the loss of their culture, their heritage, and their identity.
The Miwok tribe has a rich ancestry. We have been around for centuries. If our rights are not protected, we will lose our heritage and culture. Our future generation will not have an identity.
By working together as one and speaking out against these malicious actions, Burley believes the tribe can stay intact and preserve its tribal heritage.
The Miwok tribe is fighting for its sovereignty and its rights and the protection of its tribal members. And for people to step up and give their support will show a unity that they are not going to allow outside influences to come in and destroy a tribe that has rich cultural heritage and that can give back to the community in a beneficial way.
LeeAnn just sent me a Skype about how Kevin Costner upset the Lakota Sioux after opening the casino in sacred lands, even amidst protests and promises on his behalf to respect their culture. It seems as though, and that's one of the things that I think is most upsetting, is this great and noble people has almost been reduced to this culture of, well, the only time you even think about them or go onto their land or at all involved with the Native Americans is because of a casino. And it's kind of deplorable and despicable. And it's one of the reasons that I'm glad that you're on the show, Neil. You have several decades worth of history, working with and being around Indian cultures, Indian tribes, and being able to see what they have to offer and what they're more about other than just a casino. My ancestry actually goes back to Cherokee Blackfoot on my grandfather's side. It's one of the things I've been trying to get more in touch with the older I get, is that side of my life, which I know almost nothing about just because of poor records kept, and that side of the family living in abject poverty, constantly being moved as their land was stripped away from them. As I said, the older I get, the more I'm trying to trace my ancestry back on that side and get more involved with the culture, because I would like to see it flourish again. I think that we have a lot to learn from the way in which the natives lived here long before Europeans came and raped, pillaged, and plundered.
Well, one thing that the local Indian people do not like, they don't like being somewhere and having a display of their past of baskets showing other artifacts, and have mommy say to little Johnny, "Look, Johnny, Here's how the Indians used to be, because they're alive and they're modern. They're as modern as you and I. They're also traditional at the same time.